What does it mean to trace the soul of a people through cities? To follow the footsteps of migration, survival, creativity, and resistance? In America, the story of Black life isn't written in just textbooks. It's written in streets, homes, storefronts, and community centers across the country. And while Black Americans live in every corner of the nation, their cultural and historical impact is most visible in certain cities, places where numbers are only part of the story. In this video, we explore the top 10 cities with the highest Black populations in the U.S., not just to rank them, but to understand them. What do these cities reveal about identity, struggle, pride, and change? And if you're planning to visit, what should you really be looking for? Buckle in, because what you'll find might surprise you, challenge you, and definitely leave you thinking. Number 1. New York City, New York. New York City, a global capital, the beating heart of culture, finance, and fashion. But underneath the fast pace and towering skyline lies one of the deepest and most complex Black communities in America, numbering over 2 million people. Historically, Harlem was the nucleus, where the Harlem Renaissance sparked poetry, music, and intellectual revolution. But NYC's Black population stretches far beyond that today. In Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, Black-owned bookstores, soul food diners, barbershops, and churches are more than businesses. They are sanctuaries. Yet, with all its promise, New York has become a battleground for displacement. Gentrification has swept through Black neighborhoods, raising rents, erasing history, and pushing out the very communities that shape the city's flavor. Tourists may flock to Times Square, but if you want to feel the city's true rhythm, walk through Fort Greene, visit the Schomburg Center, or ride the 3 train into Brownsville. New York's Black identity is loud, layered, and unyielding, even as it's forced to adapt. Number 2. Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to Atlanta, a city where being Black isn't just common, it's celebrated. With a Black population exceeding 50%, Atlanta is often referred to as the Black Mecca of America. But why? It starts with legacy. Atlanta is the hometown of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the cradle of the civil rights movement, and home to prestigious HBCUs like Spelman, Morehouse, and Clark Atlanta. It's a place where history and modern Black identity walk hand in hand. But Atlanta is more than its past. It's the engine of Black innovation. Black tech startups, political leadership, music empires, and real estate developers are reshaping the city's skyline. That said, Atlanta is not without contradiction. Wealth exists beside deep poverty. Neighborhoods like Bankhead and Vine City are still recovering from years of underinvestment. If you're visiting, go beyond the glitz of Buckhead. Visit the Sweet Auburn Historic District, eat at a Black-owned vegan cafe, or catch a poetry night at Apache Cafe. Atlanta is Black joy, Black thought, and Black power, unapologetically. Number 3. Chicago, Illinois. Chicago tells a story of migration, of Black families leaving the Jim Crow South during the Great Migration to seek freedom in the North. Over 800,000 Black residents live in Chicago today, making up about a third of the population. But while the city welcomed laborers, artists, and dreamers, it also built invisible walls, redlining, segregated schools, and economic neglect. The South Side, in particular, became both a cultural powerhouse and a flashpoint of inequality. Still, Chicago's influence is undeniable. This is the city of Mahalia Jackson, Common, Chance the Rapper, and Barack Obama. It's where house music was born, where gospel thrives, and where politics and community organizing have been honed to an art. Travel tip: take a walk through Bronzeville, see its murals, stop by the DuSable Museum of African American History, and support a local jazz spot. Don't let headlines about violence define your view. Chicago's Black community is nuanced, expressive, and profoundly strong. Number 4. Detroit, Michigan. Detroit is often misunderstood. People talk about bankruptcy, abandonment, and blight, but fewer talk about the more than 75% of residents who are Black and the culture they've created in the face of hardship. Detroit is a city built by Black labor, working on the assembly lines of the big three auto manufacturers during the mid-20th century. It's also the birthplace of Motown Records, whose music helped redefine global sound and challenge segregation. Today, Detroit is rising slowly. Artists are reclaiming old buildings, farmers are planting in once-abandoned lots, and tech incubators are investing in the future. Yet questions remain. Who benefits from the city's revival? Are longtime Black residents being included or pushed out? If you visit, skip the polished downtown and head to the neighborhoods. Tour the Charles H. Wright Museum, grab a bite at a Black-owned soul food spot, and talk to locals. Detroit is raw, real, and despite everything, unbreakable. Number 5. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is a city of rebels and revolution, and its Black population of over 660,000 has played a central role in that legacy. From the Underground Railroad to present-day activism, Philly has always been a city of voices. Visit the historic African Episcopal Church of St. Thomas or the Mother Bethel AME Church, and you'll feel the weight of generations. Today's Black Philly is vibrant, with neighborhoods like West Philly offering a mix of spoken word, murals, Afrocentric cafes, and hip-hop shows. But Philly is also a city of contrasts. Poverty rates are high, and public schools in many Black neighborhoods are underfunded. Still, there's a stubborn pride in Philadelphia, a belief that despite the odds, the community will thrive. The city wears its scars openly. But that's part of the beauty. No pretense, just passion. Number 6. Houston, Texas. Houston might just be the most quietly influential city on this list. With nearly 1 million Black residents, it's a rapidly growing center for diversity, opportunity, and culture. Historically shaped by Southern Black traditions, the city is also a hub for African immigrants, Caribbean families, and Afro-Latinos, creating a dynamic blend of music, food, and worship. You'll find mega-churches, Zydeco festivals, and Afrobeat nights all coexisting. Houston's affordability and job market have drawn young Black professionals in droves, making it a place of both heritage and new beginnings. Still, challenges remain, from environmental racism in industrial zones to unequal access to flood recovery aid. Want to experience Houston's Black culture? Eat at a Black-owned food truck, visit Emancipation Park, or tour the Third Ward, the heart of Houston's Black community. There's energy here. Not loud, but steady, and it's rising. Number 7. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis has a heartbeat. It's slow, soulful, and steady. With over 63% of its population identifying as Black, Memphis is more than just a majority Black city. It's a cultural landmark. This is where the blues were born, where B.B. King and Isaac Hayes made their mark, and where the echoes of civil rights still linger. The National Civil Rights Museum, located at the Lorraine Motel where Dr. King was assassinated, is both powerful and humbling. But Memphis isn't frozen in the past. Its music scene is alive, its food is rich, and its people are fiercely proud. Of course, economic inequality still casts a shadow. Some areas remain underserved and overlooked. But the spirit of Memphis resists invisibility. Whether it's youth poetry slams, gospel choirs, or community-led housing projects, the city continues to shape its own story, with rhythm, resistance, and realness. Number 8. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore has layers. Just under 60% of the population is Black, and their stories shape everything from the city's music to its political movements. It's a city of thinkers, home to Frederick Douglass, Thurgood Marshall, and Ta-Nehisi Coates, but also of survivalists. The city has faced decades of housing discrimination, drug epidemics, and underfunded schools. Yet, out of the struggle comes creativity. spoken word poetry, murals stretching over entire buildings, and innovative programs aimed at youth empowerment. Tourists rarely see the real Baltimore, but travelers who look deeper will find a city that speaks with authenticity. Visit historic Black churches, dine in a family-owned soul kitchen, or walk the streets of Sandtown, Winchester, not to sensationalize but to understand. Baltimore doesn't pretend. It demands attention. Number 9, Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. has always been more than just a political capital. It was once known proudly as Chocolate City. Although gentrification has shifted demographics, the Black community still makes up about 45% of the city. D.C. is home to Howard University, the go-go music scene, and countless Black-owned bookstores, museums, and media hubs. In neighborhoods like U Street, history is written in murals, while in Anacostia, resilience lives in community gardens and school halls. Many people see D.C. as government buildings and memorials, but the soul of the city is in its neighborhoods. Walk the side streets, talk to the street vendors, and you'll hear stories the monuments don't tell. D.C. is intellect, art, protest, and pride, all packed into one vibrant, ever-changing city. Number 10. Dallas, Texas. Dallas is a city on the rise, and for Black Americans, it's becoming a key destination. With over 400,000 Black residents, Dallas combines Southern tradition with urban innovation. The city's Black population is growing fast, especially among millennials and Gen Z professionals. There's a strong faith-based presence, a growing creative scene, and a quiet confidence that feels contagious. Dallas is often overshadowed by Austin's weirdness or Houston's scale, but it has its own energy, one rooted in family, hard work, and reinvention. New businesses, Black-owned art galleries, and tech hubs are transforming areas like Oak Cliff and South Dallas. It's not without struggle. Racial disparities still exist, but the optimism here feels real. If you're looking for a city where Black identity is being shaped in real time, Dallas is worth the trip.